What's up, everybody? Thank you for sliding through. You already know what time it is. Say hi to YouTube. We gotta talk about Mirha. Did she do it? Was she involved? Was she complicit? Was I couldn't believe what I was reading. That was big wild. We'll go through all the things that happened, but man, I actually was a little bit surprised. You seen JJK recently or not? Yeah, I'm aware of what's happening. I've never not been aware of what's happening in that series. The only one that I'm never really aware of is like the ones that like nobody on my TL read. So that's like Undead Unlock and the what you call it? What's the other one?
Oh,
Black Clover and stuff.
wow. I
Yeah.
just thought I'm not gonna lie. I low key wasn't thinking too much about the chapter, but when you
Mm,
just said did she do it, I just have an entirely new thought, which is probably what you're gonna say, but I'm like, okay, I we'll get into it. But I'm like
mhm,
thought just came in my head.
yeah. Like, oh nah, ain't we ain't trying to slander Mirror, are we? I don't want to. We're gonna have a dialogue. What's the Charles Barkley meme? We're gonna have a Discord. That's all. We're just gonna talk. We're just gonna have a conversation about it. I don't know what to expect, but she's looking kind of shady right now, and she looking
Hey,
definitely looking shady. And I couldn't. And I said, not you. A two, Mirror.
hey, Naya.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mirror. I was unfamiliar with your game.
Because Agni, like, why are you over there bugging out? Oh, it's like, oh, she's my friend. He's like, friend, huh? And I'm like, why did he say that? Like, yeah, like they always been pretty cool with each other and cordial. But then he starts to, then it goes, he's like, I'm like, why is he on her ass? Then she starts sweating. She bite her nail. And then he uses insight. He's like, I've only seen like insight like this that looks like whatever it was with the X behind her. And he's like, I only seen this once, and that was with Asha. And I said, bro, what did she do? Was she involved? What happened? So we're gonna go through it. But I want to find that panel real quick because I like this panel. Here it is. Yeah, where she's still looking guilty. Because I feel like she might have been a bystander in a situation, but all right, let's get into it though. So where do you want to start?
Well, uh, let's just we can just go from top to bottom. We can just top to bottom it.
Yeah, let me pull the chapter up. My bad.
That's usually just the easiest to do.
I why has Kubari been like giving me fits? They said not my girl, no. Bakana
Hit up that manga
Masaka.
deck.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. So we start out Eloth. We have to stop talking, and there's a conversation where Agni's pretty much like, we need a signal to get in, right? Like when you use the sword of Re or someone the sword of Re, I'll come through. They're being extra cautious in there with the hostages and whatnot because there's no fire, not a candle lit, no candles, not a match, none of that. And I thought Mirha's commentary after that was interesting, where it's like it might have been better not to say that because if she deems that like it's like maybe dangerous for you to come and kind of clear things up, she'll basically do everything she can to not use the sword so you don't come. Did you agree with that assessment? That made
Uh,
sense to me. I don't know if I agree with it, but I'm like,
Probably, yeah.
but it made sense. As a complete side note, I'm gonna go off script for a quick sec, just to I'm gonna pull on Miles because Currygom gotta stop playing with me. When she took off the cloak, I said, look at those shoulders. It's moving me. Look at the yitties. They moving me. She not ugly. Stop playing. Stop playing. I refuse to believe she's canonically ugly the way Rachel is. I'm tired of this disrespect to my MC. Alright? I'm tired of it. Alright, that's all I have to say. Because she was moving me.
How tall is Lee's?
No, no. I feel like she's gotta be like 6 feet though.
Is
Like
she the tallest female?
I don't know. I don't know. That I don't know. But I want to say she's like 5'10", maybe. I don't know. She
I
looks like
remember they did the thing with the Lila thing, but they specifically said Lila was wearing heels when she was above Asha.
yeah,
So
yeah. And Asha apparently also wears heels. So in this case, she's not wearing it. So maybe it gives her extra height. But Lee's is pretty tall, all things considered, and she's very strong looking. So, but he's like, if you think it's getting dangerous, summon me with summon the sort of Re. He said, "What he said might." I found the line. He said, "What you just said maybe would have been better not to. Why? Calling the sword of Re will put the hostages in danger. Then she will endure without summoning the sword, no matter how dangerous the situation becomes. She will try to resolve it with her body alone somehow if it's leads." She's like, "Really? you don't actually you didn't actually spend much time with her, and yet you speak as if you know Lise very well. And then she kind of like has this face and this look, and I'm like, why do you say that? Like they've been, every time I see them talk, they seem to be cool and cordial. It's not always about the quantity of time spent, it's quality. And then she's like, because we're friends. Then he goes dot dot dot, friends, huh? And then like at first I brushed it off, but I was like, no, he knew he knew something. She's taller than Claude for sure. I think so, actually. I think when they were standing together, she was a little taller than him. But yeah,
Okay.
did you get suspicious at that point, or did you kind of just keep reading like I kind of did, like brushed it off?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, Agni's low key tweaking, but like,
Yeah.
it is true they didn't spend time together. But so I'm just gonna say the thought that I had that I just came when you said the word at the beginning of the stream, which was, so what is the implication? Wow, Jesus, is the implication from this chapter that Mirha, in order to get revenge against Asher for what the torment she seemingly put her through, she basically condemned Asha to death on the ship, and by virtue, everybody else just were supposed to die as well. But that got saved by Rao. He just sacrificed himself. So it was like that's the implication I got, was like Mirha may have been like the reason for the ship blowing up.
Okay. That wasn't necessarily what I was
That
thinking, but that's not crazy to
that's
me.
just what I thought right now.
Hmm.
So I'm like, but I'm trying to now if that is a potential thought with this right now of like, uh this is weird because I'm trying to think of like, why would me or her get upset about the friend thing, like the knowing her thing? Like, is that tying into the oracle that she knows information? Was there something else in which like she spent time with Lise unknowing to herself, or like she like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to find out what's the relationship with Lise that could equal like something that's negative, which I'm not like seeing that like thread yet.
I hear you. Thank you, Bara. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm trying to find the part necessarily. So we go down here, right? So like they're on the ship. I'm gonna read a little bit here. So it says, much would have been different if Mirha had been on that ship. When the transport ship was about to crash, after Vayu was unsummoned, Mirha could have resummoned Vayu, averting the crisis. So is that the part where you're saying, where you think that maybe she's like, nah, let's all die, fuck this bitch? Type B. I guess in case you guys don't
Yeah,
remember, Agni saw the same red X when he tried to eat Asha. Yeah. I posted the panel earlier, but you know what? There was a chapter that was suggested to read alongside this one, so I'm gonna pull it up in a sec if I find it in a sec. But basically, if she had resummoned Vayu, maybe Rao lives.
yeah, that's what they're saying.
Mhm. So
Uh,
maybe she's indirectly the cause of death for Rao in a weird way. Then, like, because of that, because she tried to take Asha out. Because there's the panel where it says, "Thank you for arranging the transport of the ship. Take it from me and introduce me to the others. It's unfortunate things ended up this way, but it couldn't be helped since my plans would not be foiled if you got my plans would be foiled if you got on that ship. If only you hadn't been born with that talent, we would have been good friends." Mira looks kind of young here. I can't tell though. She looks like pretty
yeah,
small.
this is N0. So,
Mhm,
or no, this is Cart. This is Cart. So this is N5 actually. This is
mhm.
after. This is 5 years after the Cataclysm. So this is
You think
18
this?
years ago.
You think the suggestion is Ash's flashback? Okay, I hope
Wait,
you have. Go ahead.
oh sorry, I was gonna say no. Yeah, this no. So yeah, that flashback right there would go in line with what the passengers were saying, which was Asha's killing her because Asha knows that if she's on the ship, she can stop her
Yeah.
with Vayu if she does anything messed up, which would then be the implication that Asha is the one that did the bomb stuff, which is what we would have thought for all these hundreds of chapters. So then it would then re-beg the question of what could Mira have done to to make people like to make her feel weird or guilty?
Mm, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. They said, hold on. N5, they're both kids. Watch Gakubert have some involvement. Wouldn't LOL wouldn't be surprised. I suppose at this point it's hard to put it past anybody not being involved in certain things. But this was one of those things where it's like I'm reading it and I'm like, was Mirha indirectly involved or complicit in like a weird bystander way, or like kind of like watched it happen or whatever? It's kind of thoughts I was having, but I haven't like pieced it together. I haven't connected it. All I have are theories and speculations in my head and headcanon. That's all I
That
got.
might be it. Like maybe she saw them like get blown up in the sky or something. Like one of the
Mm,
gods were like, "Oh, you could summon." Well, she got an oracle. She would probably know the future or something. So maybe she got like one of like like sometimes they get like those like pathways like a video game. If you make this choice, this is the end result. If you make
yeah.
this choice, this is the end result. Where they're like, even if you're on the ground, you can still summon Vayu and save everybody. The issue is that Asha would live. If you don't summon Vayu, everyone would die, potentially Asha included. And she was kind of like, fuck it, let Asha
Mm,
die. So even though Asha was the one that initiated the bombing, she was like, I'm not going to do anything in hopes of having Asha die as a result of said bombing.
and then realizing, I guess one of the major casualties, whether she knew it beforehand or after fact, was Rao,
Was
and then
Rao.
knowing about Lee's, maybe from the moment that they met, maybe partially the reason she approached her was because of that guilt deep down. Like,
Yes.
can I like be friends with the daughter and maybe guide her on a happy path to like make up for past transgressions type beat? So it's kind of like her trying to atone
Yeah.
in a weird way. Okay, it's coming along. It's okay. Pieces. All right.
Because
Absolutely.
Mirror seems like one of the few genuine nice people
That's why
like in
I
the
was like,
story.
please don't be scum. There's no way. Like I
Yeah.
like yours does not feel fugazi. Yours feels real. Like she doesn't feel like she's actually like a bad person, you know? So
Yeah. So I think guilt by like bystander effect or guilt from like survivor syndrome, like I think those like would like be probably applicable things to her, like in this case.
okay,
And I'm not
okay.
gonna lie, because seeing what Asha did to her, I get it. Like I get it. You're a kid too, I get it. I get it if you're like, nah, she gotta go.
And I know me, I'll try to get her myself. Because you talk about if only you had been born with that talent, we would have been good friends. I hope you are born a little more ordinary in your next life.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
not enough to reach the apex? Don't talk to me like that. You stupid? Don't talk to me like that. Yeah, so she basically said that she had to whatever. But let's go to a bit to the conversation between Lee's and the person who's kind of holding everyone hostage. And I actually I like recognized the lady with the like white hair and braid kind of I'm sure I've seen this character before, but until they kind of reintroduced her at the end, I think I didn't realize who it was. But what do you think the goal of this conversation really is, and like having Lee's being here and these hostages, like what do you think they're truly after? If you have any speculations.
I don't know, right?
Mm.
Because we don't know their like even the relationship with Rao. Like I could see like probably like everybody has. I don't think a single character yet has shown any form of like hostility towards Rao, except you could say like Asha, but Asha was like in
Well,
her
even she
jealous little
seemed to like
daughter
not
thing.
hate him like that, but it was just kind of like
Yeah,
you're in the way, and I have my mission, so it is what it is.
he said, "You have a daughter? Fuck that!" And she just went off and tried to off him. But like we also know he went to Cart specific, or I think he was already on Cart. Well, he would have had to already been there, but like he was trying to save people. That was his like thing. We don't know if maybe Anata sent him there in that time, or like he was just there naturally, like later from years on. But he was trying to save people. Uh, and they know the bomb was there. He died from that, saving more people. So they should still have some like positive feelings towards him, if anything.
Mm.
Uh, and if they have any if they know the actual truth of the matter, there would probably be some hatred towards Asha. But then I don't know if they would know that Asha did it. Like if it's not like did a random bomb go off. So maybe this might just be like one of those sentimental things of, hey, Rao was a good person. His daughter's here. Let's try to give her any information possible.
Mm.
Like I don't know. Like that's the best I got. But
Yeah, because that was the main thing that I was thinking about this, where it's like, okay, it seems like they're trying to discern the truth of what happened. People in real life knew that he went to Cal, so it wasn't a not the time travel stuff. Okay, And I'm like, what is the purpose of telling her this information and her knowing this? What does that do? I'm like, that's interesting. So, all right, let me parse through this real quick. So it said, do you deny that you're Raul's daughter? It's like, it's like when I was young, I was in a situation where I couldn't reveal that I was Raul's daughter, and then I haven't been here for 7 years because she was in the sewer realm or whatever. Or she was, wherever she was, it's a sewer realm with Utah, right? Where is she exactly again? For like the
Ooh,
time skip, Elise, she was sewer realm with Utah,
she was
right?
in. Yeah, she was with Kasak in
Oh,
Utah. Yeah.
Kasak, yeah, there we go, right. So then he's like, "Do you know how she got from Willard to Car?" It's like, "Well, it's like, did she not take the same transfer as Asha?" And then Miss Dean says, "No. Much would have been different if Mirha had been on the ship and blah blah. Some values for the crisis, and Ra would have never jumped down to prevent the ship from going down. Mirha did not make it onto the ship. She was left behind alone, doomed on Kalt. It was a situation where she could not do nothing but wait for the day she died." That whoosh, and that's the Asha part there. So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what the goal is, and like, I like the idea of Lee's kind of learning a bit more of her like heritage and whatnot. I feel like the picture with Hannah might be a little bit with Anna. I meant not Hannah, might be a little significant, but this is one of those things where like my mind's pretty jumbled, and I like I have no answers. I just have questions, and I'm willing to wait for some answers. But hold on. Said people, wasn't a piece of wind on that ship. Even so, Mirha didn't summon Vayu. The OG priest would have done it regardless. Maybe she was, but her lifespan ran out because of the bombing, and Mirha was there for a resummon. So it's
I was also
tough.
gonna. I
Mhm.
was gonna ask Corey. I mean, when you say people knew on Willard that he went to Card, did they? I mean, did they physically see him leave Willard to go to Card, or did they know he must have gone there
Or just
because
heard it.
no one knows?
Mhm.
Yeah, like because he was on Card and he died, and they know he's a native of Willard, but no one knows that he does this and that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter to be honest. But this also made me rethink about a lot of stuff because I'm thinking, well, one, we don't know how Mirha got to Willarv, right? I assume maybe some form of water channel that was taught to her from the Oracle or something. Maybe a
Mhm.
god came. Uh, but then also there's the thing of I'm trying to relook back on like conversations between Mirha and Asha, and I'm like, was there any there was no real hostility Mirha showed towards her this entire time. Because if what she did to her, I would have been like, it's on site.
I feel that. Yeah,
So
I
I'm trying
feel.
to just rethink of like a lot of those interactions and stuff. I mean, I guess Mirror was like, stay with. No, I don't even remember if that was true.
What's up, Glam?
Hello.
Hello, Glam.
Hello.
We gotta pick your brain now on what the f's going on with Mirha, man. What's going on? What's
I
happening?
I don't know what she's lying about,
Is
or if she's
she
even lying at all.
is she involved? Is she complicit? Was she a bystander? Could she have summoned Vayu? We got questions, Glam. We got questions. Hold on. I
I
think they
think
went. I think they knew
it's,
he went with the rescue mission, but I need to reread to be 100% sure. Okay, well, go ahead.
I think if it's anything, it's bystander. Like
Mhm.
she knows something that she hasn't told people, but she hasn't like done anything.
Yeah,
And the thing also, I don't even think is going to be important to everybody. I think it's only going to be important to Lise.
you think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Because we were saying earlier, she really doesn't come across as like a bad person. Like, to me, it doesn't seem fake or fabricated. Like, she seems to genuinely be like a pretty nice, genuine, kind soul. I'm not saying she's perfect. No one's perfect, but she doesn't come across to me as kind of bad or malicious. But I was saying, what if it's one of those situations? Because well, Miles kind of said that what the possible is possible. Now, I don't think this is crazy. That what did you say exactly again? That
I
because of
said
what Asha did when she had the chance to summon Vayu, and she's like, "Wait on, hold on, I could." If this crashes, we might all die, but Asha dies, dude. Fuck that bitch. we all we all go together. But Rao goes out to stop the ship from crashing the way it does. He loses his life, and he's a very prominent, well known person. And then when the reason that she kind of pulls up on Lee's the way she does is because of guilt, not because of like, not to say that they didn't become genuine friends, but it's kind of like I feel bad because my actions led to the death of your father, and this is why like I kind of approached you and whatnot.
Yeah, that's possible.
All right, cool. I think
I
some
gotta need
shade
more
is.
information before I can really like
No, I hear you.
theorize.
I think some shade being thrown at Mirha, which I love because I'm a Mirha guy. While I think she definitely has a darker side, but I don't think she had any malicious intent towards Lee's. Well, only time can tell. Only time will tell. But
Graham,
Yeah.
you see how they keep teasing this value Mirror stuff, bro? See how they keep teasing it?
I've been saying this for a while. It's got to be her.
Past 2 chapters, man. That's all it's been about.
Even if it's gonna be on some repent for your sin shit, it's still got to be her.
what do you think the goal is of the person? I don't remember if the person's name was named, the one that kidnapped the dean and the students and everything, and is revealing this information to Lee's. Do you have any inclination of what they might be after, or what the reason behind their actions are?
No. Yeah, I got no. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. The thing I'm most interested about over the course of the last 2 chapters is why the hell Agni is so aggro towards humans in the last 2 chapters.
Yes.
Like, he's been unnaturally very to the point. Let's get this shit done. Aggro towards regular people.
It could be
Because
related
when
to Brillis.
you said you guys were friends,
Yeah,
He was looking at her
that-
like, bitch,
that
who are
line,
you?
yeah, that line really killed me because in my head I'm like, yeah, aren't they? Like I dismissed Agni, but I'm like, oh nah, he was suspicious for good reason. I said my bad. He knew something was up because when he tried to read her with insights, like I've only seen this with Asher before. I said, oh man, what did she do? What are you doing, Mirror? Don't do this to us. Don't do this. Pretty sure the kidnappers' names haven't been shown yet. Okay. You guys know me. I forget everything, and I'm bad with names, so I just sometimes I'm like, wonder if they saw that name yet. But yeah, that person. I wonder if they're somewhat significant too, like of an important character. I don't have any answers for this one, guys. All I have are questions and theories and headcanon. I don't know. It's interesting. I like where we're going, and like I think someone said it earlier, but I don't know if the god of Earth is literally involved. Wouldn't shock me, but I still think that he's gonna have some type of significant showcasing sooner rather than later. I'm still holding out that this is mostly about Kubera Lees and the god of Earth, not Lila. But only time will tell. Only time will tell.
I'm really just trying to remember Mira's and Asha's relationship because I feel like
They didn't like each other. They didn't like each other one bit.
Okay.
Which makes sense. Because
Like, it was very blatant that they didn't like. Well, it was mainly Mirha didn't like Asha. Asha just didn't care. Also,
Like,
Asha's the one that I think now we know based off this show that Asha's the one that disabled Mirha and caused her to have to get the robot legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and it says it was mentioned in season 2 that Mirror suffered horribly at Ash's hands, but many said they didn't know it was as bad as this. It's like, but you guys got.
Yeah, it was like implied mental trauma from Asha just being a piece of shit human being in season 2. I don't think it was implied anything physical up until this point.
I laugh sometimes because like I don't know if it's just where they're from, maybe it's the way they kind of banter. I don't know if it's an age thing or whatever. Because people will be like, "Currygom's so nice," and I'm like, "What? Where do you guys get this from? She's mean. Like she's not nice. like she suffered Ash's hand, but I think it'll be this bad." I'm like, I'd have been more shocked if it wasn't something this awful. She's not nice.
Currygom is hella mean just by the way she keeps treating Lee. She's like, yeah, she's not beautiful. She got wide shoulders like a man. I'm like, bitch, what are you on about?
No, that made me upset.
I brought that up earlier, and Miles brought that up the chapter before. Cause didn't she say something about? Does that mean Rao looked girly or something? What did she say?
Was Rao a beauty? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's just like
because I said Lee's was moving the hell out of me when she took off the cloak. I said, "This is fire. I like this."
There's like alert.
There's always something about writers that just love making fun of their main characters. Like, bro, don't draw her pretty and then be like,
nah,
this is pretty.
This is a commentary on muscled women. I'm calling it right now. Like if we showed Currygom a picture of Wonder Woman, she would have been like, that bitch ugly. She got too many muscles.
Wow, you look surprisingly similar. For a moment, I mistook Rao for being a woman. It's like, bro, what? But yeah,
Look at that fucking backhanded comment.
yeah. But I refuse to believe she's canonically ugly like Rachel. I'm just not. I'm just.
Joke's on you,
I re-
Rao prettier than all you bitches.
I reject. I think it's the opposite. Mirha tried to be friendly with everyone around her, and Asha took offense to that. Their parents were friends, though, and after Mirha's mom died, Asha's mom helped take care of Mirha.
Yeah, Asher takes offense to everything. He's a fucking loser.
She is. She is.
I don't
She
respect her.
she is very sensitive.
I don't respect her.
She don't take any slight without being like in her head. She's always like, and I took that personally. God
That's
damn
why
it.
she's getting rocked consistently.
Man,
Fucking dog water.
it came full circle. It came back to bite her in a lot of ways. I think she deserves it. But
Glam.
damn.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any thoughts from last week's chapter because you weren't here?
Nope.
Okay.
Next one, the one thought I had that I already told Naya was Currygom, if you cock one more lees out of meeting somebody who knows how to fight one more goddamn time, I'm actually just gonna start getting annoyed rather than just being like, oh, it's a story thing. Like this is like the fourth time. He's like, oh, you could have met this person, and you could have gained great knowledge from it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bitch, how about you follow through for once instead of just repeating yourself? Otherwise, it's gonna be Boy Who Cried Wolf, and I'm just not gonna care. Anytime something comes up like, oh, Lise, you could have done this, and it would have been helpful, but you're down bad all the time, so you're not allowed to.
I'll say this. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me ask this because I didn't like. I'm first of all, for everyone who's here, I apologize. I don't know what happened to me like the last 4 months. I do not. I used to read comments like every day. End of the day before I went to bed, I like go through comments. I've been horrible with reading comments. I occasionally open it and I'll skim, and I think I saw this in the corner of my eye, kind of passively. I think someone's saying that Currygom keeps reusing the gimmick in the side stories of immediately bodying like a female like Sura and like someone loses their mate with the Yaksha and Anatta, and I think there was one more. I said with the Yaksha and Jambavan and Anatta and Manasa and stuff. I don't know. There's another one that they mentioned. I kind of saw this in passing. Maybe I can find a comment while I'm here, but I don't recall it being something that she's done. That was frequent. But if it's true, it might become a tired old gimmick, and maybe she should stop. Let me find it. Let me second. Let me see.
Have there been any other female Sura and other side stories where they've gotten packed immediately?
I am not sure.
I think that's only happened with Jambavan and Manasseh.
Yeah, Kadri didn't have a
says
mate.
okay. Hold on. It says, Currygom's are going on, but what is up with her and fridging female characters? I couldn't really vibe with this chapter as much as I should because it's like the fourth time she's done it with these batch of side stories. And
okay, just female characters.
Yeah.
Because it's been this batch.
Sorry, I thought it was Sura specifically. Sorry, never mind.
It's not even fridging because that means that you're going to bring him back later. Mm-hmm. This is just taking him out the paint.
Mm-hmm. She said, I understand your thoughts, but I personally disagree here. I don't think it's on purpose. Currygom does this, and as long as it serves narrative purpose, it shouldn't matter the character dying is male and female. Plus, Currygom is one of the few authors who has a great lead female cast and that are important to the story. And I think you miscalculated a bit here because this is the third time it happened, and someone said that she fridge Saha too, and arguably Yakshan and Nata. Isis is really fridging if she dies for a narrative and leaves an impact. Also, she did so to Gandhavra, dedicated to protect the female characters in Gandhi's life. Sorry, this one's hard to read because it's like not great English, but I thought it was interesting. Okay, maybe I didn't read it. I didn't read it properly though, so never mind. But I got nothing else really to say about the chapter specifically.
Fourth time? What are the 4 times?
Well, apparently there's 3. So I got 2 immediately. I think that comes to mind. So
I have Jimmy and Manasa.
Because I'm thinking of the other side stories, like what? There was Fran and Rana.
Oh,
Getting the ears.
Vayu's wife?
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Is
You
there
could
one
argue
more?
that Peputan fits the trope too. Forgot about Peptipan.
Oh, they're talking about. Okay. They're talking about the fridging shit that happened. Okay.
Yeah, they're talking just like this trope of
Yeah,
like coming back and you're coming back and you're.
No, they're talking about what gets. It was a thing that got invented in the late '90s because of a Green Lantern comic where his girlfriend got killed to make him get protective instincts, and she was murdered by being put literally into a fridge.
Yeah,
That's why it's called fridging.
Wow, talking about Kyle. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're talking about Kyle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Because I never forget that pen. I said, bro, what? that was cold blooded. Oh my god.
Left your present in the fridge.
that's crazy.
Like, oh my god, that's evil.
That's crazy.
Because as soon as you said it, I'm like, Kyle, mother effing Rainer. Oh my god.
Dude, Glam said, I left you a present in the fridge.
That was the note the villain left in the panel. It literally said XO at the bottom.
That's so foul.
Oh, Jesus. Was the cold-blooded pun intentional? It wasn't, but it worked out. It wasn't, though, I'll be honest. No. But it worked out.
I got tears in my eye, bro. Fucking
I don't know why I added in the sleazy affa at the end of that. That was
it's funny because I could just see like a corny villain like the background just like with the dumbass laugh, like that was so good, like bro, that's fucked.
It also somewhat reminds me of the one character in it's not the same kind of thing really, but it's funny to me. There's a character. Sometimes when you find a chest, it's already open, and then there'll be a note that says, "Ha! I got here first, punk." And yeah, I remade the rubble that cover up the cave just so you'd work hard to find it and know that I took it. Signed BB. I'm like, what an asshole. Like you did all that work. I guess myself being a dickhead and just leaving a note in the chest. I'm not re-hiding it. I'm not doing all that. That's too much work.
I'm not resetting up the trap.
Right? Like I skipping a hop over the lake and then break through the cave and then have to like go to the back. I'm not doing all that. Like, come on, dog. But all right, y'all got any final words for the people?
She's not that person. Not enough to reach the apex.
Is she fumbling?
She's fumbling, bro.
Hashtag let Lee's cook.
Lee's is top one and everything. She's a goat.
Shout out to the Patreon gang. Because of y'all, I don't gotta consume ice soup every day. Y'all ever ate ice soup? Y'all never had no ice soup. Anyway, shout out to the CVL. That's the certified BAM. Lovers, shout out and salute to the Priest of Fire. That's the real CVL, certified Brilliant Lovers. But the biggest and largest thanks to the 5th Zen Gods. My tier 3 pledgers. That's Big Abdel, Triss, Fitz, Irene Sharda, Jacob Holland, Johnny Rogers, Lazy Dragon, Lucky Roo, Revenant, Scobe, Silo, Simi. He got a Twitch now. Go follow him on Twitch. Sunny Katha Polly and Zodiac Nemiko. You guys, your support is greatly appreciated because I'm tired of eating ice soup, man. I'm tired of it.